Listen to me right now, because this is going to hit you deep. You know that voice in your head that whispers, maybe tomorrow, maybe later, maybe when you're ready. That voice is lying to you. There is no tomorrow. There is no later. There is no perfect time. The only moment you have is right now. And if you waste this moment, you're not just wasting a few minutes. You are throwing away your future, piece by piece. I know what it feels like to wake up tired, frustrated, and broken. I know what it feels like to wonder if all this work is even worth it. But here's the truth. It is worth it. But only if you stop waiting and start showing up every single day. You think success comes to the lucky. You think greatness is reserved for the chosen ones. No. It's for those who are obsessed enough to wake up, show up, and fight for it daily, even when no one is clapping for them, even when no one believes in them. This is your moment, this is the fight, and I need you to step into it with everything you've got. Let me tell you something harsh but true. The right time is a fantasy. It does not exist. If you wait for the stars to align, if you wait for motivation to magically appear, you'll still be waiting 5 years from now, in the exact same spot you are today. Just older, weaker, and more bitter. You know why so many people stay average? Because they wait for perfect conditions. They wait until they feel good, until they feel motivated, until they have more time, more money, more energy. They wait for a sign. Let me be your sign. The right time is now. You've got 24 hours today, just like everyone else. You can either waste them scrolling, complaining, and procrastinating, or you can use them to move one step closer to the life you claim you want. The ones who win are not the ones who have it all figured out. They are the ones who start when it's messy, when it's hard, when it feels uncomfortable. They take that first step, then the next, and then they just keep going day after day, until everyone who doubted them is forced to watch them succeed. So stop waiting, stop lying to yourself. The clock is ticking. And if you don't act now, you will wake up one day wishing you did. Motivation is weak. It's a temporary emotion. It feels good for a moment, then it disappears. You cannot rely on it. What you need is discipline. Discipline is what drags you out of bed when you're exhausted. Discipline is what makes you train when you're sore, work when you're tired, study when you're distracted, and grind when everyone else is partying. Discipline is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. Excuses are easy. Anyone can make them. I'm too tired. I'm too busy. I'll start Monday. And every time you choose an excuse over action, you teach your brain to quit on yourself. You program yourself to fail, but when you choose discipline, when you show up even when you don't feel like it, you rewire your brain for victory. You teach yourself that your word means something. You build unshakable confidence because you know you can count on yourself. And here's the best part. Discipline compounds. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. The first day is hard. The second day is still hard. But soon, showing up becomes who you are. It stops being a chore and becomes a standard. You must become the type of person who shows up regardless of how you feel. You cannot let emotions dictate your actions. Your feelings are temporary, but the consequences of quitting are permanent. Every struggle you're facing right now, every moment of pain, every setback, it's not there to destroy you, it's there to shape you. Most people run from pain. They numb it, hide from it, distract themselves from it. But winners use pain as fuel. Your heartbreak, build with it. Your failures, learn from them. Your anger, channel it into action. Stop seeing pain as punishment and start seeing it as preparation. Life is testing you, seeing if you have what it takes. And every time you show up in the middle of that pain, every time you refuse to quit when quitting feels easier, you are telling life, I'm not going anywhere. I can take the hits. I will not break. That's how warriors are made. You cannot be soft and expect to win in a world that is hard. You have to be battle ready. You have to show up even when it hurts, even when you're tired, even when you've got every reason to give up. Because if you can do that, if you can fight through pain instead of running from it, then there is nothing that can stop you. Here's the harsh reality. There are millions of people out there who want the same dream you want. The same success, the same freedom, the same lifestyle, and most of them will quit when it gets hard. Your job is to make sure you are not one of them. You must outwork everyone, outthink everyone, outlast everyone. When they take a break, you keep pushing. When they sleep in, you wake up early. When they say, "It's enough," you say, "One more rep, one more call, one more hour." You cannot control how smart you are, how talented you are, or where you started. But you can control how hard you work. You cannot fake consistency. You cannot fake results. You have to earn them through sweat, through effort, through relentless dedication. Work so hard they can't ignore you. Work so hard that when people doubt you, the only thing they can do is sit back and watch as you prove them wrong. At the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to: showing up daily. Not just when it's convenient. Not just when it's fun. Not just when you're feeling motivated. Every single day. Consistency is the secret weapon that most people never use. They start, then stop. They go hard for a week, then disappear for a month. That's why they never win. You cannot half commit and expect full results. You have to make a decision that you will show up, rain or shine, tired or rested, broke or wealthy, inspired or uninspired. The world rewards the consistent. Life bends for the relentless. If you can master the art of showing up daily, you become unstoppable. You build momentum, and momentum is the most powerful force you can have on your side. It carries you forward when your mind wants to quit. Show up daily, and I promise you this: one day you'll look back and thank yourself for not giving up when it would have been easy to. You are wasting too much of your life waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting for the right mood, the right timing, the right opportunity. That is the trap most people fall into. They sit around convincing themselves that one day they'll take action. But let me tell you something that should shake you to your core. There is no one day. The stars will never align. The universe will never suddenly make it easy for you. And you will never wake up magically ready. If you keep waiting for that perfect time, you will still be waiting 5 years from now, sitting in the same chair, living the same life, feeling the same pain of knowing you should have started but didn't. The truth is brutal but simple. Right now is all you have. This second, this hour, this day, it is the only thing guaranteed to you. The clock is ticking whether you act or not, and every moment you hesitate is a moment you can never get back. People waste years thinking they're preparing, thinking they're not ready yet. But all they're doing is hiding. Fear is dressed up as perfectionism. Fear is what tells you to wait. But if you want to win, if you want to build the life you keep dreaming about, you have to act right now, even when it's messy, even when you don't feel ready. Starting small is better than not starting at all. Taking one imperfect step today is infinitely more powerful than thinking about taking a perfect step tomorrow. Most people don't fail because they tried and lost. They fail because they never even started. The winners you admire didn't have it all figured out. They just made a decision to move. They showed up. They started when no one cared, when no one believed, when no one was clapping for them. And that first step created momentum, and that momentum carried them to the life they wanted. You have to stop lying to yourself and saying you'll do it later. Later is a trap. Later is how your dreams die. Later is how you wake up one day, old and angry, realizing you wasted the one life you had. You don't need a perfect plan, you need action. You need to move now. Do it scared, do it tired, do it unsure, just do it. Because once you start, once you build momentum, you become unstoppable. The right time is not coming, but this moment is here. And if you don't take it, someone else will. Someone else is working right now to build the life you say you want. Stop waiting. Your time is not tomorrow. Your time is now. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when things are easy, when the music is loud, when you're excited about a new idea, then it disappears. The second life gets uncomfortable. If you are waiting for motivation to change your life, you will wait forever. What you need is discipline. Discipline is what separates the people who dream from the people who actually achieve. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you are exhausted. What keeps you grinding when no one is watching. What pushes you to keep going when everything in your body is screaming for you to quit. Excuses are the currency of the weak. They feel good in the moment because they let you escape responsibility. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I'll start next week. All those excuses do is keep you exactly where you are. And deep down you know it. Every excuse you make kills a piece of your confidence because you know you're lying to yourself. You know you could have done more. You know you chose comfort over growth. And every time you do that, you train your brain to quit. Discipline is the opposite. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first time you force yourself to get up early, to train when you don't feel like it, to work when you'd rather relax, it feels like war. But you do it again and again and again, and soon it becomes who you are. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from the control of your emotions, from the trap of procrastination, from the cage of mediocrity. When you are disciplined, you no longer need to feel like doing something, you just do it. You act, and action builds results, and results build confidence. Understand this. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to drag you out of bed, force you to work, and hand you success. That is your job, and the only way you're going to do it is by becoming the kind of person who does what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. You have to build a standard for yourself so high that quitting is no longer an option. You have to become dangerous to your own excuses. This is the price of greatness. Discipline is not punishment. It is the path to the life you want. The pain of discipline lasts minutes, but the pain of regret will haunt you for years. Every day you have a choice: excuses or discipline, comfort or growth, weakness or strength. Choose discipline. Show up anyway, do the work, because the ones who win are not the ones who wait to feel ready. They are the ones who show up day after day, no matter what. Pain is the most honest teacher you will ever have. It doesn't lie, it doesn't sugarcoat, and it doesn't care about your excuses. Pain shows you exactly who you are. When life punches you in the face, when you lose, when you get rejected, when you fail, that is when the real version of you shows up. Most people run from pain. They hide from it, numb it with distractions, bury it under entertainment, pretend it doesn't exist. But winners take pain and use it as fuel. Your pain is not there to break you, it is there to build you. Every struggle, every setback, every heartbreak is a gift because it's an opportunity to rise. The pain you're feeling right now can either destroy you or transform you, and that choice is yours. You can sit there and cry about it, tell everyone how unfair life is, complain about how hard things are, but none of that will change your reality. The only thing that will change your reality is using that pain as energy to work harder, to push further, to go beyond what you thought you could handle. Think about every person you admire. Do you think their journey was easy? Do you think they never faced pain? No, they faced more pain than most people can imagine, but instead of quitting, they turned that pain into power. They used rejection as motivation. They used failure as a lesson. They used heartbreak as a reason to level up so much that no one could ever hurt them the same way again. You have to stop avoiding discomfort. Pain is not your enemy, weakness is. Pain is how you grow. It's how you develop mental strength, emotional resilience, and unstoppable willpower. When you face pain head on, you discover that you are far stronger than you ever thought. You realize you can take the hit, stand back up, and keep going. And once you've been through enough pain and kept moving forward, you become untouchable, because nothing life throws at you can break you anymore. Turn your pain into the reason you train harder, the reason you study longer, the reason you hustle when everyone else is sleeping. Let it remind you of what you never want to feel again. Let it push you to become so powerful that no one and nothing can put you back in that place. You either let pain control you, or you control it. You can let it bury you, or you can use it to build yourself into something unstoppable. Every scar, every wound, every tear you've shed can become the fire that drives you forward if you choose to let it. Pain is not punishment. Pain is preparation. And if you learn to embrace it instead of fear it, you will become a force that cannot be stopped. There are millions of people who want exactly what you want: the success, the freedom, the lifestyle, the respect. And most of them will talk about it, dream about it, post about it, but very few will actually put in the work. That's your opportunity. If you are willing to work harder, longer, and smarter than everyone else, you will win, not because you're luckier, not because you're more talented, but because you simply refuse to stop. You can't fake hard work. You can't buy discipline. You can't pretend to grind. The results will always expose the truth. If you really want to get ahead, you have to be willing to do the work no one else is willing to do. When they're sleeping, you're working. When they're resting, you're grinding. When they've decided they've done enough, you're still going. That's how you separate yourself from the crowd. Most people underestimate how much effort it actually takes to win. They think they can give half effort and still live their dream life. They think they can skip days, take shortcuts, cheat the grind, and then they wonder why they never get anywhere. You must be relentless. You must push past the point where everyone else stops. The top 1% of people in any field are not necessarily the smartest or the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to quit when everyone else did. You have to become obsessed with improving yourself. You have to train harder, read more, study longer, and be more focused than anyone around you. Outworking everyone doesn't just mean physically doing more. It means mentally staying locked in when others get distracted. It means being consistent for months and years, not just a few days when you feel motivated. Understand this: there is someone out there who wants the same dream you want. They are willing to wake up earlier than you, to sacrifice more than you, to push harder than you. And if you let them outwork you, they will take the life you say you want. That should bother you enough to make you get serious. You can't control where you started. You can't control how much natural talent you were given. But you can control your effort. You can control how many hours you put in, how much you study, how many times you get back up after failure. Hard work is the great equalizer. No one can outwork you if you decide you will not stop. Outwork them all. Outwork the person you were yesterday. Outwork the doubts, the fears, the excuses. Make it impossible for life to deny you because you have simply done too much to be ignored. You don't deserve the result until you've done the work. So do the work, every day, until everyone who doubted you has no choice but to watch you win. The greatest secret to success is not talent, not luck, not connections, it's consistency. Showing up daily is the difference between those who dream and those who win. Anyone can show up when it's easy, when they're motivated, when the conditions are perfect. But champions show up when it's boring, when it's exhausting, when they're uninspired, when everything inside them is begging to quit. That's the separation. That's what makes someone unstoppable. Most people sabotage themselves because they keep starting and stopping. They go all in for a week, then disappear for a month. They get fired up for a few days, then fall back into the same old patterns. And then they wonder why they never see results. Success doesn't reward intensity for a short time, it rewards consistency for a long time. You don't need to be extreme, but you need to be consistent. Think of it like this: if you go to the gym one day and work out for 8 hours straight, you won't get fit. But if you go every single day for 1 hour, for months, for years, you transform. It's not about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do daily. That applies to everything: your fitness, your business, your studies, your craft, your mindset. Small efforts repeated every day create unstoppable momentum. Showing up daily builds trust with yourself. Every time you do what you said you'd do, you prove to yourself that you can rely on you, and that is how self-respect is built. That's how confidence grows, not by talking about what you'll do, but by doing it over and over again. Yes, there will be days you don't feel like it. There will be mornings where your body aches, where your mind tells you to stay in bed, where the world feels heavy. Those are the days that matter most. Anyone can show up on their best day, but the ones who succeed are the ones who show up on their worst day. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you separate yourself from the crowd. You are creating a version of yourself that is bulletproof. You are building momentum so strong that nothing can stop it. And when you add up those days, when you look back months later, you'll realize how far you've come, all because you refused to break the chain. The truth is, greatness doesn't come from one big moment of effort. It comes from 1,000 small moments of discipline stacked on top of each other. Show up daily, and eventually, your life has no choice but to change. You will either choose consistency and win, or choose excuses and stay stuck. The decision is yours, and it's made every single day. This is it. This is the moment where you decide who you are going to be. You've heard every excuse you've ever made, you've felt every moment of pain, you've seen yourself quit before, and this is where it ends. No more waiting, no more hiding, no more lying to yourself. The version of you that you want to become is waiting for you on the other side of action. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, right now. Every second you waste is another second of your life you can never get back. Time is the one thing you cannot buy, you cannot earn, you cannot rewind, and it is running out whether you act or not. Show up today, tomorrow, the next day. Show up when it's hard, show up when it hurts. Show up when no one believes in you. Because the moment you stop showing up, you start dying slowly inside. But the moment you decide that you will not stop no matter what, you become unstoppable. The pain, the fear, the struggle, it's all temporary, but the pride of knowing you refuse to quit, that lasts forever. The respect you'll have for yourself when you look in the mirror and know you did everything you could. That is priceless. 5 years from now, you will either be proud you started today, or you will wish you had. The choice is yours, right here, right now. This is not just another day, this is the turning point. It's now or never. Show up daily. Build your life, build your mind, build yourself into someone who cannot be ignored, because the world belongs to those who refuse to stop.